Hey, my fellow travel adventurers. Thank you for tuning in and welcome back. This is the second episode of The Travel Tea, where the tea is piping hot and I love to serve it. So today we are jumping into talking about how to get the flights for the low. So if you did not already view it, put it on your watch list to view how you can avoid international fees. But this is episode 2 and we are talking about, as I said, how to get those flights for the low. So let's go ahead and jump right on in. Welcome back. Oh my goodness, this is the second episode of the Travel Tea. So I hope the first serving of tea was good for you, good to you. And now I am ready to drop this second one. All right, so let's go ahead and just jump right on in because I know we ready, child. All right, so this episode we are talking about how to get flights for the low. So I am going to first and foremost start by admitting that I have a bias, okay? And my bias is that I have a favorite airline. And my favorite airline is Southwest Airlines. I know y'all thought I was going to say something like super fancy. Southwest Airlines, like I will swear by them. Okay, so I'm gonna first start off by telling you guys how you can save some coins with traveling with them, because that's part of the reason why I love them, because they just, that's just my heart. That's they. Y'all just don't know. And baby emailing me all the time. But it's just the fact that you can get a quality flight. I've been on many a flights. I have never experienced a turbulent flight on Southwest. All of the flight attendants are always super great. I love those little pretzels and even the peanuts when they give. I get 2 bags that fly for free. I can go on and on. I even like the logo. I like the colors. Like that's how deep the love goes. All right. But let's go ahead and just get into the tea. All right. So with Southwest Airlines, number one, they're domestic as well as international. So if you're trying to go just about anywhere, any major location in the Caribbean, Southwest got you. But we also know that Southwest always has sales. They have that $59 sale, the $69 sale, the $79 sale. So you just got to stay up on your sales. So definitely sign up for their email, so then that way you can jump right on it when they have a sale. In addition to that, I know we have a lot of times people stock airline prices, and it's nothing wrong with that. But let me give you a little tea about that. If you're going to stock airline prices, make sure you're doing it when your browser is on incognito. All right. So what that means is that it's not going to share cookies with the site that you're on, because, and even if before you be like, oh well, I went incognito and nothing changed, okay, also make sure you delete your browser history, especially your cookies. Let me make sure that's clear, because basically if you're stalking airline prices and it's keeping these cookies, it's basically telling the website you want to go here. So they're like, why would I reduce the price if I know you really, really want it? Because that means even though it's high, you getting ready to be like, damn, what can I skimp on? Damn, I wasn't trying to spend this, but you still gonna come out of pocket for it. So make sure you are stalking these airline prices with incognito on and your browser history is deleted. Now with Southwest, I know we love to use the app. The app is amazing. But if you're trying to spot some deals and it is not during one of their special sales, you got to come up off that app, okay? Now, even if you go to their website, if you go to their website on a cell phone or a tablet, make sure it is not on the mobile site. If it is on the mobile site, scroll all the way down to the bottom, go all the way down, and click See Full Site. Because the tea that I'm about to give you, you will not be able to get on the app or on the mobile site. So y'all see how piping hot this tea is, like giving y'all all the tea. All right, so when you are on the full site, click on low fare calendar. Now it's going to ask you what month you want to travel and where you're going. If you have some flexibility in when you're trying to go, or you haven't put in your vacation days yet, this is the best thing for you, because now you can see exactly when it's going to be the cheapest for a whole month for you to go on your trip. You're welcome. All right. So, and of course, because I've already mentioned, Southwest, we already know they got that Rapid Rewards program. Don't sleep on the Rapid Rewards program. And if you qualify for it, you better get you a Rapid Rewards credit card too, because the benefits is just going to blow your mind, because of course you can show the flights in dollars or points. So if you use your points, this is how me, she, her get those flights for $5 and some change. You heard me right. I've gone places, like I want to say half my flights every year, especially domestic travel, I'm only paying $5 and some change for those flights because of the Rapid Rewards program. Like, get into it, for real, for real. All right, so we talked about the Rapid Rewards program. We talked about the low fare calendar. We talked about the constant sales. I've told you about the fact that you have to go in incognito mode. So now let's talk about some other places that you can go. Because like I said, Southwest is Bay, but I want to give you guys options. Google Flights. That's something else that people are asleep on. We use Google for some of everything. Guess what, boo? Use it for your flights too. Now, I can say with Google Flights, it doesn't seem as though they update the Southwest prices as accurately as others, but Google Flights will let you know. You put in your destination and approximately when you're thinking about going, and it'll actually say, okay, in terms of time, this is the better flight. In terms of cost, this is the better flight. Use Google Flight as a resource, because it definitely is one. Now, another spot that you can head over to, and it has an app as well, is Hopper. Hopper, we have Skyscanner, and then wherefore.com. So I just gave y'all 4 joints, other than my Southwest, because Southwest will be 5. But I just gave y'all 4 joints. Google Flights, Hopper, Skyscanner, and wherefore.com. Those places, you can get you some good, cheap flights. Now, I also have had some good experience with Orbitz, but that's when I was, bundling and packaging, and that's the reason why it was a good deal. Now, let me also spill the tea with this. I know some of you may have heard this before, but I actually did my own little experiment and found out that it was indeed true. Tuesday mornings, that is when flights are the cheapest. Tuesday mornings. I don't know what it is about the algorithm that makes it cheaper then, but Tuesday mornings, flights are cheaper. So if you're looking for flights for the low, Southwest, that low fare calendar, Hopper, Skyscanner, wherefore.com, and Google Flights. And if you can, book on Tuesday morning, and make sure when you're looking, when you're stalking stuff, that you went on incognito mode. And that's the tea right there. You can save so much money with that right there. Okay, so if you have learned something from this video, guys, a few little tips and hacks, got this tea, and you like, yes, it was good, go ahead and hit that like button. If you have a question about anything that I've said, if you have additional questions about other places that you can get the low flights, drop them in the comments below. If you know of any other places that you can get cheap flights, drop them in the comments below. Let's be a community. Let's help one another out. And of course, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, so then that way you can be in the loop, okay? And if you really want to be on top of everything, hit that little bell, so then that way you can get notifications as soon as the tea is ready and it is being served. You can be one of the first being served, because I love to serve when the tea is hot. And the last little piece of tea that I would give you, find a community of travelers. Be it through Facebook, be it through Instagram, or even here at YouTube. What I want to do with this channel is I actually do want to create a community of, yes, adventure travelers, of vicarious travelers, and people that just love to share good information. So this is why I say, if you know of any place that I have not mentioned, drop it down in the comments below. I don't mind doing another video to make sure that we're all out here living our best life and not being held back by any budgetary issues, because I'm a firm believer that if you could save just $1,000, you can travel internationally and have the best of time. All right. So that's some tea that'll be coming up later on that I'll tell you about how I've taken all of my trips, and literally all of my trips. I be hearing people talk about they blowing 3 stacks on a trip. Not me, she, her. Not at all. All right. So, but that's coming up. That's some more tea later on. So I hope you guys enjoyed this tea, that this tea was as good for you as it was for me serving it, and that you have a great day and you get ready for your adventures, because adventures await.